You need to stop scrolling through Insta models so we can fix up your shaving routine. Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new to this page. Today I'm going to be running through an ultimate guide to shaving. Firstly, I'll start by saying that you're probably thinking you're well aware of how to shave, and you might have been doing it for many years. However, I will take a pretty good guess that you may well be experiencing some of the following. So it may be razor bumps, acne, cuts, ingrown hairs, uneven hairs, or razor burn or redness. It's important to note that it may be hard to tell the difference between razor bumps and acne following shaving, but regardless, I will be giving you advice on how to deal with both of these. Also, although I will be demonstrating this on the face, this will still be applicable to men and women if you are shaving your armpits, arms, chest, back, groin, butt, or legs. So in this video, I will be covering how to shave, the best ways to prepare prior, the best ways to treat your skin after shaving, and also in each of these steps, I will be showing you or suggesting the best products for each. So let's run through the first step, which is preparing your skin. Now, the most fundamental parts of preparing your skin for shaving are firstly that you have a really good lather from the cleanser or shaving gel that you're using, as this will create a strong protective barrier between your skin and the sharp razor. This is even more important for those who have sensitive or acne prone skin, as irritation in terms of the controllable factors will be the biggest cause for acne. So this must be avoided. You also need to make sure that your hair is clean and wet using warm water. Please don't use hot water, as this will simply dry out and irritate your skin. So should you just buy the first shaving gel or cleanser that you see? No, 100% you should not do that, as there is an abundance of terrible products for both, and heavily in the majority. Many of these will have irritating or pore clogging ingredients, which are termed comedogenic ingredients. Also, if anyone suggests using a scrub before shaving, when you have sensitive or acne prone skin, I would stop listening to them altogether, as it's probably one of the worst things you can do for acne prone skin. If you have sensitive or acne prone skin, I would recommend using a cleanser over a shaving gel, as these will often have less irritating ingredients, but it must foam. This provides a barrier for the skin. Unfortunately, it's incredibly rare that you'll find a cleanser that does foam without the use of sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium lauryl sulfate, which, as you may know, are incredibly irritating ingredients to have in cleansers, and you should really avoid those. So if you have any products with those ingredients, I would suggest getting rid of those. The only cleanser I'd actually recommend for this purpose is probably the Cetaphil Gentle Foaming Cleanser. In terms of the shaving gels that are actually on offer, I have found that the men's shaving gels are far superior, generally speaking, to the women's shaving gels. And I found that the Nivea Men's Sensitive Shaving Gel is a decent choice, as it does provide a very thick foam to provide this protection barrier. Plus, I do like the content of chamomile extract and witch hazel that it contains. However, it does contain isopropyl palmitate, which is quite a comedogenic ingredient, so it may break you out, albeit I've not had this issue in the past with this particular product. Now, a very good alternative to both of these options, if you are looking to avoid any unnatural or irritating and comedogenic ingredients, is to use a shaving oil. My favourite is actually jojoba oil, which is spelled with a J as opposed to an H. But this is incredibly uncomedogenic and has a very similar chemical structure to our own skin oil or sebum. This does provide a very good lubricated base, and it's very good at reducing irritation, acne, bumps, etc. I would suggest use enough to fully cover the area that you actually are shaving. For the lower neck, for example, you'll probably need at least 12 drops. I have unfortunately run out of jojoba oil at the moment, so for the sake of this video, I will be using shaving gel. Now, let's run through the next step, which is shaving. When it comes to actually shaving, you firstly need a very good razor. Modern day razors seem to be using more and more razors to get a closer shave, but people with sensitive or acne prone skin, this is just completely unnecessary, and to be honest, it's just pointless marketing. So I would highly recommend using a razor that has 2 blades maximum, which might seem unconventional to you now, but this is all you really need. These are harder to find in today's age, but it is easier to find online. I'll add some links below for suitable razors that you can use. If you are shaving around facial hair like me, you may need a razor that can pivot. to create this essentially curved shape, but please be aware that this will cause more irritation and you may go against the grain slightly. When shaving, you may have heard before that you should be shaving with the grain and not against it. This is one of the most important factors to avoid razor bumps and ingrown hairs. So this often means shaving downwards on the face and upwards on the lower neck. I do have to trim my beard with clippers to keep it tidy, but please do not use clippers to shave your face or neck closely, as these will not only work less effectively than clean shaven, but it is much more irritating and unhygienic as well. You also need to wash the blades between each stroke to remove the bacteria and dead skin cells. The cartridges should also be swapped out for every 5 shaves. Otherwise, these would have collected well too much bacteria and they will probably be too dull, which will just excessively tug on the hairs. When shaving over any acne bumps, it may be tempting to just lightly shave and essentially lift the razor, but I have found it slightly better to consistently apply an even gentle pressure when you are shaving, as this tends to flatten the bump instead of just cutting the top of it. You may unfortunately still cut some spots open, however. Let's run through step 3, which is treating the skin. This is the final step and all the steps are equally important. For this step, you will need quite a soothing moisturizer following shaving, as you have essentially run a sharp object across your skin and irritated it. You'll often see all 3 moisturizers recommended, but I do think that oils can be incredibly beneficial to the skin as long as they are non-comedogenic. So get yourself a non-comedogenic moisturizer. When Acne's moisturizer is released near the beginning of 2021, this will be great for this step, as it does contain cannabis oil, jojoba oil, chamomile extract, aloe vera and shea butter, just to name a few. These do really soothe and protect the skin, but just try to use plenty of moisturizer on the areas that you have shaven. Again, if you would like a simple natural alternative, I would recommend using some aloe vera first on the shaven area. This will essentially bring down all the inflammation, and then I would use jojoba oil afterwards to moisturize and provide a barrier for the skin against wind, dryness, etc. If you do have a beard, you will need to comb it as well. I would suggest doing that daily. So that's everything, guys. I hope this was useful for you. If you did enjoy the video, I upload every week to give skincare advice based on years of my own experimentation and what the science says. So please give it a like, a subscribe, like my page, and most importantly, if you're a legend, please share this video. So thank you for watching, guys. See you later.